Reading is a fundamental right that wicked Israelites hate to do.
Shalom, shalom, man. Hope everybody had a blessed week so far. Today's class, we're going to deal with reading. Without it, we're retarded, right? Think about it. You know that one thing that us as a nation, one thing they hated for us to do was gain knowledge. And while the Lord is blessing us to receive it, we still reject it. Reading will separate us. Reading was causes divorces in houses. Because one person is elevating their mind and the other one is basically drinking theirs back to sleep. So I'm focused on getting Israel to read, because a lot of information that you have is basically regurgitated information. Reading for yourself is a blessing. Give me Romans 15:4. We'll start with the basics.
Romans chapter 15 verse 4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope.
Without reading, do we have hope?
Bring it out.
Without reading, do we actually have hope? And you'll find out most of the time that in the nation, when we counseling, and I was telling the ox back there, reading is counseling. Right. Reading your Bible counsel you. Right. A lot of people don't want to do it because they go and live their lifestyle, but then they come in here and pretend.
Bring it out.
You will be exposed, because what? Your lack of knowledge is going to cause you to what? Stray. Right. Go and deal with different doctrines. And most of the times, some of y'all are watching too much video. Sometimes you don't put no gas in your tank. You always running on empty, but you're watching everybody else. You're not really applying to yourself the understanding. Give me 2 Timothy 3:16. 2 Timothy 3:16. If you're trying to start a business, do you read?
Bring it out.
Or do you what? Do you examine? Do you build your business off what somebody else doing, or do you go and do the research yourself?
Bring it out.
See, a lot of people, they just mimic. They mimic what somebody else doing. Well, I see they doing it. It must be easy. I ain't got to read it. It's just like I said, in the hood, there's always car washes and beauty shops. No other business. Read that out.
2 Timothy chapter 3 verse 16. All scripture is given by inspiration of God, and is profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for correction, for instruction in righteousness, that the man of God may be perfect, truly furnished unto all good works.
So with that, and you're finding out that people are not applying these principles. They like to run their mouth. Right. Some they don't like.
Bring it out.
They don't worry about who they hurt. It's all about them. And I'm going to tell you something. Do you know how hard it is to get a body of people to another state? The functions, the things that goes on. And the person that normally run their mouth, they ain't did nothing.
That's right. Bring it out.
That's what be going on in Israel. Lack of knowledge, man. But you know what? These are the geniuses that you're going to see out there, their lives wrecked. You know, if you ain't getting it right inside the building, how you going to get it right outside the building? I never understood that.
Bring that up.
Give me Isaiah 29:13. I don't get it. Our people are backwards. But they thinking they're walking forward, but they're really walking backwards. You know, just don't know how to. And some of them just don't know how to get along with no one.
That's right.
Because they think everybody else should be destroyed. Read that out.
Isaiah chapter 29, verse 13. Wherefore the Lord said, for as much as this people draw near me with their mouth.
They always running their mouth, ain't it?
Bring it out.
They always running their mouth. Lord, 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 this, Lord, that. But don't read nothing. Don't examine nothing. These be the ones you see. And you know what? These be the ones you see never in the spirit. They always got drama going on in their life.
Bring it out.
Read.
And with their lips do honor me.
Read on.
But have removed their heart far from me.
How can you remove your mind? By not reading. Learning anything. Some people come to class and they go home and they back to they worldly life. Television. You know, we're going to do something. I want them. We're going to have the people that really, truly want to build. I know a lot of y'all ain't spiritually built. If you ain't been in this walk 5 years strong, you should be in Wednesday's class. That's helped you.
That's right.
You really need to be, because let me tell you something. When you ain't got that break in the week and you trying to go all week long, you become bugged out by the time Friday get here.
Right. Bring it out.
You know, but you don't understand the importance of building yourself spiritually. You got to be built spiritually. You can't get this at home. You have to come and I'm going to tell you something. Learn to love each other. It's something that you don't see nowhere else. Nowhere else is this knowledge and this truth being taught. Read, huh?
And their fear toward me is taught by the precept of men.
See, when you got these women's and men's in your ears, man, them the one that's teaching you.
Bring it out.
Them the ones you taking counsel from. And them the ones you should be putting that glove on, man.
That's right.
Them the ones you should be letting them have a taste of, get out of my ear.
Right.
But see, we gravitate to that because that's the world we come out of. We come out of a world, man, where everything is upside down. Where good is bad and bad is good, ain't it? All the good work we do, we never hear nothing about doing, but anything bad, they want to run with it, man, and talk. Waiting. They waiting for some information. And while I'm on this, man, you know, I talked to a soldier. Say he had went somewhere. And you know it got back to me. Let me tell you something about these clowns with these fringes on, man. Keep my name out your mouth, man.
Right.
I'm not mentioning your name, man. I'm not that worried about what you're doing before you catch your name in a video.
Right.
I don't get down like that, man. I haven't even thought about you, brother. But keep my name out your mouth, brothers.
Right.
It's you know, we out here trying to take care of the Lord business. All y'all doing is murmuring like women.
Right. Now, bring it out.
Serious business.
Yeah.
Because if you was about the Lord's business, you wouldn't even have my name in your mouth. You have the Lord's names in your mouth.
That's right.
Give me Revelations, man. 14:12. See, because people come in this truth, they moving like they running a 100-yard dash, and I tell them slow down. You're gonna run yourself right in the ground. Because read this out.
Revelation chapter 14, verse 12. Here is the patience of the saints.
See, saints have patience. See, you see brothers that have been sitting in, their report's good, 100. They've been sitting in, I don't care, 5, 6, 7, 8 years. Their report is good. That means if you are a saint, you have patience. You understand what we're doing takes time. This ain't going to all come together overnight, man. You think that all of this happened overnight?
Bring it out now.
Generations of being destroyed, man. Generation of hatred. Generation of murdering, killing each other. Generations. And it takes a while, man. I'm going to tell you something. The ointment is on.
Right.
And it takes a while. This ain't going to be no overnight thing. So when we telling people to come in, get counseling, man, some people don't want counseling because guess what? They grown.
That's right.
See, people's grown, man, and don't know nothing. How can you be somebody grown and you don't know nothing?
Bring it out.
You don't know nothing but your zip code, your address, your social security number, and where their job at.
Bring it out.
That's all you know. Anything, any other knowledge you have, none. because you really haven't invested in yourself. This is what the society was created to do, to make sure you have no time for yourself. You go to school 12 years, you do maybe 4 or 5 in college, and you work the next 60. You old as dust now. What you gonna do? Go on vacation? What you and the boo gonna do?
Bring it out.
You barely can get around now. You don't work yourself to nothing.
Bring it out.
So the Lord is giving you an opportunity, man. Us to come together. It's gonna take a nation, man. It's not gonna be one person.
That's right.
We all got to be in the same spirit, but it starts with reading. Read or not.
Here are they that keep the commandments of God.
See, they the one that, and let me tell you something. The ones that you don't be seeing, they be in sin. They ain't gonna tell you they in sin. They got pride on, nah man, I'm good, I'm good, I'm Gucci. Yeah, you fake.
Bring it out.
See, the ones that's always, let me tell you something. Be the ones that's always on that phone, man.
That's right.
And let me tell you something. We try to help. Let me tell you this too. This is all through Christ and the Most High. And when you don't listen to who the men he set up, guess who gonna? We heard the judging. Yeah, we judging. We correcting you. But see, when he judging, he gonna put something on that tail.
That's right. That's right.
See, that's what they want, man. Because they're not truly happy trying to build themselves up in the spirit. They want to tear down because they tore down.
That's right.
They everything that they see that's good, they want to make it bad. Because that's how they live. They don't know how to live good. They don't know how to live decent. They don't know how to love each other. You know how it is. You pull up somebody in a parking spot, and you know I seen this the they do going off on the dude. I mean, listen, just go get another parking space. Let that fool have it, because the next person he pull in on is gonna be his maker.
Right.
Live another day. Read on out.
And the faith of Christ.
And the faith of Christ, man. And a lot of them don't have faith, man.
Right.
Because guess where they at today on the Shabbat?
Bring it out. Bring it out.
Where they at today?
Bring it out.
And let me tell you something. A lot of them lie like a hell, don't they, man?
Bring it out.
And you go and you've been backwards for them, and they'll lie right in your face, man.
Right.
That's the kind of people that come in here, man. That's the kind of people's come in here. They don't come in here trying to serve Christ. They want to go to them feast days so they can have a party.
That's right.
Party over here, party over there. That's all they want to do. But if you tell them to read, man, they attitude. Attitude, man. Countenance change quick like Cain's. And all we're trying to do is show them the way.
Right.
But these are knucklehead children, man, that don't like to listen to nobody but them demons that talk to them.
That's right.
That's all they love. That's who they love. Let me tell you something. If you in the truth and you used to smoke weed, right? And you trying to get yourself right, here come Mr. Weed Head in your ear. We don't have to do that. God put this in the earth for us.
Right.
See, you're going to meet the same demon that you are. If it's a murmuring demon, you're going to meet that murmuring demon. People are unhappy and they want everybody else to be unhappy.
That's right.
And the Most High is taking people off this planet every day, and people can't see this is the only way. Give me Romans 5:4. It's just sad, man. It's sad to me that people come in, they say they awake, but they got nothing but hate. That's what goes on in the nation. And for we to be that nation, we have to be spiritual people. And the Lord gonna bring us all gifts. Read that out.
Romans chapter 5 verse 4. And patience, experience, and experience, hope. And hope maketh not ashamed.
Hope not maketh not ashamed. Read.
Because the love of God is shed abroad in our hearts.
See, they don't have no love in their heart, man. When you can't speak to a person and get them to understand, they got destruction in their mind, man.
Right.
Read.
By the Holy Ghost.
By what?
By the Holy Ghost.
Only by these laws. Read.
Which is given unto us.
See, they don't want to do what the scriptures say do. You got people always coming in complaining. Can't even build a Lego house.
Right, bring it out.
Can't put nothing together, man. But these be these people that do all the murmuring and they always got things going on. No, never no love. Nothing about your brother or sister. Give me Wisdom of Solomon, man.
Bring it out.
3 and 4. Never nothing. Never, don't show nothing, man. Can't build a tic-tac. I'm just saying, they never built nothing in their life, but they always the smart ones, ain't they?
That's right.
Them the educated ones, ain't it?
Bring it out.
They know everything, don't they? You can't tell them nothing because they know everything. They know how to put everything. They know all about this. If they knew all about this, why didn't that happen?
Bring it out.
Why we can't get no help from them?
That's right.
Read, huh?
The Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3, verse 4. For though they be punished in the sight of men, yet is their hope full of immortality.
Read on.
And having been a little chastised, they shall be greatly rewarded.
We're going to be rewarded, man. That's our hope. That's our hope, man. We ain't worrying about worldly rewards.
Right.
You don't get them trophies Esau and your enemy give you. They worthless.
That's right.
People got a whole house full of nothing, but I had them little trophy, man. I love them little plastic trophy, man. Somebody better not mess with my trophy. What did it do? It didn't pay damn bill.
That's right. Bring it out.
And I worked my tail off. Plenty medals from running track. But it ain't do no good when I have to face this society, this hatred that we have for my own people.
Right.
It didn't do you no good, man. Read.
For God proved it.
What he do?
For God proved it.
How can he prove you when you just being... See, I'm going to tell you something about these wicked children. The children of the devil. There's no hope for them. I don't care what camp you start, where you go. There's no hope for you.
That's right.
There's no hope for you. You can run to any camp you want to, man. There's a lot of camps around here in sin.
Bring it out.
That's right.
They're not about the business of the Lord, man. If they would, look about it. Look at it. Right now, it's the winter time. You see the trees dropping dead leaves off. It's a whole lot of dead Israelites, man.
Right.
Read,
And found them worthy for himself.
Found them worthy for himself. Read.
As gold.
As what?
As gold.
Read on.
In the furnace. Hath he tried them.
See, y'all don't understand. Y'all being tried as that gold is the top metal on the planet.
That's right.
So you being tried as that gold. Some of them coming in here bronze.
Bring it out.
Some of them coming in here just rust.
Bring it out.
I'm just telling you the truth. They come in here rusty as hell, but then they want to try to tell you something. No fruit in them. Read.
And received them as a burnt offering. And in the time of their visitation, they shall shine.
What are we going to do?
They shall shine.
We're not worried about what people do around here, man. We're not worried about where they go.
That's right.
We're worried about the business around here, man.
That's right.
That's how we're going to get our shine on. Let me tell you something. Most of these people that be whining and disappearing, they ain't in here helping do nothing.
That's right. Bring that out.
They don't even give alms, man, but they receive, though. They got their hand out all the time.
That's right.
They got their hand out all the time. They don't help with nothing. And then when they leave, they think it's somebody missing. Boy, you got me messed up, man.
That's right.
I'd be like, man. And I want them to get right, but hey, you got to some of them. Because they like a dead tree. A dead tree that walketh amongst us. But then when we trying to help them, we trying to pour a little water on them, give them some life, they grow into more hate. No matter how much you do for them, they want to receive. They don't know what it is to give. We give ourselves up here.
That's right.
Right. You think a lot of us, man, I'm going to tell you something. A lot of us, we haven't had no time off. It's 7 days a week.
Bring that out.
Bring it out.
And then people just want to whine and complain. Can't build a Lego house. Read up.
And run to and fro like sparks among the stubble.
Like sparks amongst the stubble, man. We the ones going to be causing them to be we gonna be the one causing them to fall, man, because they can't understand how it is, how we stay spiritual. It's a fight, man. You go somewhere, you see something, man. It's a fight to stay this way.
That's right.
This ain't an easy task. Some people weak in the spirit because they don't read.
Yeah.
They want to watch videos. You see them posting on Facebook. They post on Facebook good, don't they?
That's right.
You be like, man, they like good, ain't they? All you gotta do is peek behind the camera and you'll really see what's real.
Bring it out.
And the thing is, you know, talking to the bishop, we were like, man, yeah, I see pictures. Who all in here married? Do your Facebook reflect it? Do I see you in your boo? Or do I just see you? I don't think I examine everything. It's my job. It's my job to help you. But if you don't want to help, you'll continue. Let me tell you something. The ones that reject this, they're going to continue in the same. They're never going to get better. Because you can't drive a car around with a flat tire.
That's right. That's right.
You have to get out and fix it.
That's right.
You have to take care of the business. Read up.
They shall judge the nation.
What are we going to do?
They shall judge the nation.
Read on.
And have dominion over the people. And the Lord shall reign forever. They that put their trust in him shall understand the truth.
Hold up. How you going to put your trust in him? Oh, it's faith alone, huh? No work, huh? It's faith alone, huh? You better start reading, man. Very important. Very important that you read. Some that your own peoples took away from you. Very important that we read. You got a business. If you're doing biscuits, you know, I keep telling you, you're going to have to know how much sugar to put to the meal, you know, make that biscuit rise right. You got to know how to read the measuring cup. If it say 1/2 sugar, 3/4 flour, a little 1 pinch of oil, somebody just go in there and mess it up, bring that garbage in there for you to eat.
Bring it out.
Biscuit be like a brick.
Bring it out. Bring it out.
I'm not eating this. Don't waste our money. Read up.
And such as be faithful in love.
See what?
And such as be faithful in love.
Read on.
Shall abide with him.
So that's why you don't see them no more, man. They're not faithful in love with Christ.
Right.
So that's why. That's why. That's why. That's why y'all have this. You don't see them. They don't have that faith. They're not faithful in love.
Bring it out.
So it's just like the wife. She got to be faithful in love too.
That's right.
Oh, once you understand it, it's like that flour. Once you mix it good, that biscuit. Now, my grandma, she used to cook a biscuit, make me get up with about 10 people, man.
That's right. That's right.
Let that biscuit be gone before I get back with that syrup. Somebody in this house ain't, we're going to be some fight up in here.
That's right.
Read on up.
For grace and mercy is to his saints.
Grace and mercy is to his saints. Read.
And he hath cared for his elect.
See the elect, man, the ones set apart. Read.
But the ungodly.
Hold up, who?
But the
The
ungodly.
one always got problems.
But the
The
ungodly.
ones don't like to read.
But the ungodly.
The ones love the murmur.
But the ungodly.
Read on.
Shall be punished.
What?
Shall be
See,
punished.
they thinking they don't got a pass, man.
Bring it out.
See, they thinking they got a pass from what they do.
Bring it out.
See, they don't read. See, they don't understand, man. If you read this, you'll be like, man, I'm going to be good.
Right.
I'm going to be good. I'm not going to be a disobedient child. Read.
According to their own imagination.
See, according to their own imagination, read.
Which have neglected the righteous.
See, they don't like to read, man. They like to just keep up trouble, stir up trouble, man. Don't want to get counseling. Reading is counseling. Read your Bible. Because if you read it, you wouldn't have these problems.
That's right. Bring it out.
You wouldn't be in here being a knucklehead or out there in that world. Man, I talked to a dude, Frankie baby, man.
Bring it out.
And Frankie baby told me he was rolling up blunts in Bible paper. I'm like, man, Frankie baby, man. I would let you, I'm gonna put Frankie baby on a video, man.
Bring it out.
But our people's hard-headed, man. They stiff necks, and they study want to believe ships gonna be flying in here. I mean, nuclear bombs hitting. I'm like, man, what's the plan? How we get out of here?
Bring it out.
You know, and I answer I'm not gonna say that. Scratch that. But I deal with something, and I talk to a lot of talk to the people. And I get a pulse of what's going on out there. Many people want to be sitting right in here, man. And you have people that's right in here that don't want to get right. They can't get right. Nothing goes right in their life, but they want to come in here and change everything in the school to fit them.
Right.
The signs would be upside down. The chairs wouldn't be in line. The PA system won't be what it is. The vans won't have gas in it.
That's right.
I mean, they want to change everything to fit their life. You have to change everything to fit Christ's life.
That's right.
Read,
and forsaken the Lord.
And they forsake the Lord, man. Read.
For whoso despiseth wisdom.
Say they despise wisdom. When you counseling with them, you telling them, hey, don't do this no more. And they go right back behind your back. They're just thinking, hey, you're not doing it against me, because what you do it doesn't affect me. What you do affects you.
Right.
You thinking there is no judgment. The Bible says you reap what you sow.
That's right.
So if you sowing mischief and murmuring and complaining and lying, you're going to be around the same kind of people you love.
That's right.
Read.
And nurture. He is miserable.
He's what?
He is miserable.
What is he?
He is miserable.
What is he?
He is miserable.
So they come in here miserable, but they get in y'all ear and y'all don't know they miserable, man.
Bring it out.
Y'all don't be knowing they miserable. Because they can't get right.
Right.
And they hate instructions.
Right.
That's that nurturing, man. That's that love. That's what we do. Extend our hands out. Some of us, man, we can be at home trying to at least have an hour to ourselves. Sometimes you don't even get that.
Bring it out.
It's a lot on our plate, man. This here it's a corporation, man. And we got disgruntled employees that want to come in, man, and complain. Right. So Christ fired their asses.
That's right.
That's what happens.
Right.
They got fired.
That's right.
See, because they didn't know how to come in here and be an Israelite. They want to be a Negroite.
That's right. Yeah.
That's the problem with our people, man. It's time for us to change. Right. Don't they see things are getting... I'll tell you something, they're not watching the news. They're not looking at what the grocery... They're not the one telling you what's going on with the water.
Bring it out.
They're not bringing you no information but what they don't like.
That's right.
Read on out.
And their hope is vain.
See, their hope is vain, man. Read.
Their labor is unfruitful.
See, they have no labor, man. It's unfruitful. They labor is all about destroying. That's all it is. You mean you can't come in here? Most of the sisters come in here for less than 5 hours a week. You can't get 5 hours a week out of 100, almost 200 plus hours out the week. 5 hours? Something wrong with you.
Bring it out.
Right. Something is definitely wrong with you.
That's right.
It's serious. You can't come in here for, what's that, 10, 20 hours a month?
Bring it out.
Something wrong with you, man.
That's right. Yeah.
Something wrong with you for you can't come into the Lord house and get yourself right. That means you ain't feeding yourself during the week.
Bring it out.
You're too busy calling mama. Mama, you know. Christ's going to be pulling the golden hand out on you and mama at the same time. It's going to be a double slap. Pow, pow. I'm just telling y'all the truth, man. This thing here is serious business. Read on up.
And their works unprofitable.
Their works unprofitable. Read.
Their wives are foolish.
Read on.
And their children wicked.
That's what happens, you see. They don't see this. But see, they looking, they house is clean. See, people don't read their Bible. See, when you read your Bible, you'll understand how to walk this walk. You'll know how to talk this talk. And you'll know how to love and appreciate the brothers and sisters that are breaking it back for you. But see, you can't appreciate nothing, man, because you ain't never had nothing.
Right.
See, a lot of people go to the bazaar, get them some Gucci outfits, and they big ballers, ain't they? Watch it one time. Just wait. You just wasted $9.99. Give me this video, man. Show you how they treated us. But this is our peoples too. They just got Esau playing the role. Go ahead.
Wives, submit yourselves to your husbands and fit in the Lord. Husbands, love your wives and do not be harsh with them. Children, obey parents and everything, for this
Fathers, who they think their parents are? Mom and daddy that's out there frying pork chop and drinking Thunderbird. Parents sitting up here at the table, man. It's sad that people they don't want to read. When you got pride on you, man, and you ain't got a pot to piss in and a window to throw it out of, something wrong with you. Go ahead,
Slaves, obey your earthly masters and everything, not only when their eyes on you and to curry the favor, but with sincerity of the heart in referring to the Lord.
I don't believe it. How old are you, boy?
I ain't been on you, sir.
Pay up, gentlemen. Dangerous, you know. Teach them to read.
Pardon. They let you know.
That's right.
Didn't he not just let you know it's dangerous? And people don't want to use the best weapon they got.
Right.
They got 2 eyes and they can see, they can read, and they don't want to use. They don't want to do it, man. Go ahead and play, man.
That's true. That term was taught to read. Nonsense. Let me show you. Boy, can you explain to me the meaning of what you just read?
No, master.
See? It's like a parrot reciting Shakespeare.
And that's what you find a lot of these Israelites doing.
Well done.
Now I have heard the groaning of the Israelites whom the Egyptians hold in slavery, and I have remembered my promise, said unto the children of Israel, I am the Lord. And I will bring you out from under the burdens of the Egyptians, and I will raise you out from under their bondage. And I will redeem you with a stretched out arm, and ye shall know that I am the Lord.
Man, we got this promise made to us, man.
That's right.
And we won't do the least thing and just read. We just that wicked to where we just don't want to apply ourselves to knowledge. We want to, and I'm gonna tell you something. These people that have problems, they want to stay in these conditions.
That's right.
They want to stay filled.
That's right.
But they'll call themselves kings, and that's what you see how people out in the world calling themselves kings and queens. My first thing will be, you a king, where's your land?
Bring it out. Bring it out.
So you have no land, you're not no king.
That's right. Bring it out.
Especially if you're around. You can't be a queen if you ain't married to a king.
Bring it out.
Common sense. Read. Go Revelations 1 and 3.
Revelation chapter 1 verse 3. Blessed is he that readeth.
What did the scriptures just say?
Blessed is he that readeth.
Plain and simple. So what's the opposite of not reading? Cursed.
Bring it out.
Cursed. You're going to stay in the curse. And that curse is devoted for destruction. Because you choose not to do the simple things. Read on.
And they that hear the words of this prophecy
Read on.
and keep those things which are written therein.
See, they don't keep nothing written in the book, man. That's because they don't like to read. They don't want to be accounted because they gonna think they gonna see they got television in their mind. We gonna get to the kingdom. They gonna be waiting on the Lord to judge them, and they gonna be in line looking around and stuff, seeing who all in line with them. They gonna get up there and try to shoot Yahawashi a hot lie.
Right.
Well, what about when you was told to read? Well, Messiah. I was working 90 hours a week.
Bring it out.
Any lie to get by. That's just how they are. They look for any excuse. Well, I had 10 children at one time, and I had to take care of 10. I didn't have to. They all go to sleep, don't they? See, you have time, but you choose to be on that phone, be dealing with people that are ungodly. Let me tell you what, you're never going to get straight if you never gotten yourself straight before.
Right.
I tell you about Rocky, every time he got knocked out, what he do? He disappeared and we got himself right then. How you going to get right around people that's not right? Simple. Read up.
For the time is at hand.
The time is at hand, man. We in the last days, man.
That's right.
We in the last days because Esau is ruling right now. Say Esau is the end of the world. I understand biblical times, man. Give me Sirach 14:1. We here now, man. All we trying to do is get everything right. So when that blessing come up on us, we won't have those ones back there complaining. You know, the ones we got our own land and everything good. Somebody down there mad because their house ain't big enough.
Right.
Go down there and burn their house down then. That's good enough for them then.
Bring it out.
See, ain't nobody gonna play these dumb games with our people, man. Always worried about something. Well, my Bugatti ain't got the extra CD player in it or something. Simple. You can just have a Hyundai, man, and be just riding it just as good.
Right.
Because I don't care how much the car is, it ain't gonna do nothing but get you from point A to point B.
That's right.
See, our people, you'll see a lot of them out here with these cars, man. They got big cars. Some of them living in their cars now. Because they can't afford it. The house, a rent, and a car payment. 7-year loan on a car, keep it. Read up.
Sirach chapter 14 verse 1. Blessed is the man that hath not slipped with his mouth.
See, a lot of them, man, they you slip all the time, don't you? Read.
And is not pricked with the multitude of sins.
He not in the pain, man. Let me tell you something. You got to get out of your sins.
Right.
That's what we try to see. People come in here, well, man, I got a question about Revelation 1:18. But you haven't read your Bible.
Bring it out.
That's the first thing I'm going to ask you. Come up here while and talk about I got a question about scripture. How many times you read your Bible? Well, I'm working on it. I just got precepts. You got a lot of these Israelites, that's all they know is precepts.
That's right. Right.
They have no foundation. They just precept kings. They be out there in them street corners throwing them at you too. And I'm seeing some of them out there with do-rags on their heads now, man. How low can you go? Calling Christ a nigger.
Right.
Straight madness out there, man. But read.
Blessed is he whose conscience hath not condemned him.
See, a lot of your conscience already condemned you. You be like, man, is he talking about me in the class?
That's right. Yeah.
That's right. No, he ain't talking. Somebody must have called him and told him. It's just the scriptures talking to you.
That's right.
That's it.
That's right.
Read on.
And who is not fallen from his hope in the Lord.
See, a lot of them already fallen, man. Jump down to verse 20.
Verse 20. Blessed is the man that doth meditate good things in wisdom, and that reasoning of holy things by his understanding.
See, a lot of people just speak garbage.
That's right.
They program dummies, crash dummies. They go head first. Give me Sirach 50:28. They go head first. Then they get out the accident talking about what happened. You know you was gonna crash. They don't think, man. Read this out.
Sirach, chapter 50, verse 28. Blessed is he that shall be exercised in these things.
Say, these ones exercise, these the ones going to practice, these ones going to read.
And he that layeth them up in his heart shall become wise.
See, he that lays up in his mind, he going to become wise. You can't become wise if you're not reading. And I ask this all the time, how many read your Bible? People stick their hand up and know they lying. See, you did that with Christ. The golden hand might find him. Excuse me. Slide over, sister. Slide over, brother. Wow, you know you. I'm just telling you the truth. Read up.
Or if he do them.
If he do them, read.
He shall be strong to all things.
See, when you're reading, you're going to be strong in all things. Read.
For the light of the Lord leadeth him.
The light leadeth him. Read.
Who giveth wisdom to the God.
Read on.
Blessed be the Lord forever. Amen. Amen.
Amen. Y'all better understand. Give me Acts 17:10. And the thing is, it's simple, man. You'll fall in love with this Bible. You know, you'll fall in love with it, man. You start reading it and you start understanding it. It's being taught right. Read that up.
Acts chapter 17, verse 10. And the brethren immediately sent away Paul and Silas by night unto Berea, who coming thither went into the synagogue of the Jews.
Went into the synagogue. Read.
These were more noble than those in Thessalonica, in that they received the word with all readiness of mind.
Readiness of mind, man. Readiness of mind. These were more noble. These was a righteous seed. You have to understand, 2/3 are upon us too. Some of them ain't righteous seeds. Some seeds are rotten as hell that be sitting around us sometimes, man.
Right.
You be like, man, what's the problem? What's the problem? This is easy. This is easy. I just don't know why people make it so hard. You know why they make it hard? Because they choose not to read, not to comprehend. Read.
And search the scriptures daily.
Hold on, what did they do?
Search the scriptures daily.
They search them daily. See, when you're sick, see, a lot of you, if you got cancer, you're going to be at that doctor's office, ain't you? If he say be there at 8:30, you there at 8:15, ain't you? But the Lord called you, you're going to be late, ain't it?
Bring it out.
I got time, man.
Bring it out.
And you need this. You're going to be seeking that chemo daily. But you don't want this chemo. This one doesn't destroy you.
Right.
It builds you.
Right.
This is the problem with our people. They don't want to be built spiritually. They want to walk into the kingdom like they came in as truth. You're not going to make it. Read up.
Whether those things were so. Therefore, many of them believed, also of honorable women, which were Greeks.
See, and you got to understand, this is killing that notion that this is talking about the Greeks were some Edomites. It started to make it, I'm going to tell you something. The more we dive in this Bible, the more it becomes plain to you. You understand it better. It reads better. It tastes better.
That's right.
It's good. It's like Mikey. He likes everything in here now.
Right.
See, at first you couldn't like everything because it wasn't adding up. Read.
And of men, not a few.
Not if you read.
But when the Jews of Thessalonica,
See, these are the wicked ones. Read.
had knowledge that the word of God was preached of Paul at Berea, they came thither also and stirred up the people.
You're going to have them always up in here stirring up the peoples, man. Because they don't want to read. They don't want to search the scriptures daily. They searching a beer bottle or some wine daily.
Bring it out.
They have no problem with that daily drink. But they don't want to drink the word of God. They have no problem, man, drinking that strong drink. But when it comes to this word, they have no time. But them be the ones never spiritually right. Read up.
And then immediately the brethren sent away Paul to go as it were to the sea. But Silas and Timothy abode there still. And they that conducted Paul brought him unto Athens.
This is in Greece, read.
And receiving a commandment unto Silas and Timothy for to come to him with all speed, they departed.
Read on.
Now while Paul waited for them at Athens, his spirit was stirred in him when he saw the city wholly given to idolatry.
This whole thing, when we got everybody came in this truth, man, they was all in idolatry.
Right.
But they come to this truth now, and they still want to hold on to their lifestyle, who they were. You got to kill that old person. You got to kill it.
Yeah.
You can't be what they call them out there in the world, bipolar in the truth.
Bring it out.
Ain't no such word. Well, man, he bipolar. You know, we're going to give him a pad. We're going to take him outside the wall and put him to sleep.
That's right.
Ease his pain or her pain. Read up.
Therefore disputed he in the synagogue with the Jews and with the devout persons, and in the market daily with them that met with him. Then
That's it on that right there. That's it on that. That's showing you, man, how we just trying to discuss, bring it to them, and dealing with devout persons, you know, God-fearing. These are God-fearing people. When you read, you become God-fearing, man. You follow the instructions. There's no more drama in the house. Let me tell you something. If you got a child in that house and he's acting up or she's acting up, you're not going to put up with it. Especially if they going in your wallet, stealing your credit card, taking your cash out your purse. You're going to be in there telling your husband, that just lit Isaiah, man. Isaiah going to be all right. Isaiah will be out that door.
That's right.
Isaiah got to find him some place to stay if he in there stealing.
That's right. That's right.
Me and Isaiah ain't going to get along. Give me Joshua 1:8. And the thing is, no matter what you read in this book, it's good for your spirit.
That's right.
You should always read. And this is what separates us from the wicked ones. Read this out.
Joshua chapter 1 verse 8. This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth.
See, this don't stay in the wicked one's mouth. Read.
But thou shalt meditate therein day and night.
There go the scriptures repeating itself. And that lets you know when people can't get right, they said they have to separate themselves. Read.
That thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then shalt thou have good success. Have not I commanded thee? Be strong and of a good courage. Be not afraid, neither be thou dismayed, for the Lord thy God is with thee, whithersoever thou goest.
So you thinking these ones in the sin, the murmuring ones, they'll tell you, first thing you ask them, I'm keeping the commandments.
Okay. Out.
You got to prove that to the Most High and the Son, not to me.
That's right.
And that's the problem. That'd be the problem with them. Give me Acts 8 and 29. And it's simple. It's simple. These instructions are the way of life. And a lot of people don't want the way of life. They looking for that 6 feet grave that they digging for themselves.
Right.
Some of y'all don't even know y'all got graves, don't you? Some of y'all may be 2 feet deep. Some of you may be 3. Some of them 6. That's why you don't see them no more. They already done dug themselves out to where they can't get out. And that's the thing. And you know, we just trying to help. And the thing is, coming in here, man, it's not hard. It's hard for those that don't like to be righteous. It's hard for them. It's hard for them to see the good in you. It's hard for them. It's hard for them to see that what the Lord is doing for them. Because some people think the Lord should be doing more for them.
Bring it out. Bring it out.
Some of them, if we gave you 5 acres and $1 million, you'd be broke in 3 months.
Bring it out.
You don't bought everybody. You don't have a big house built, cost you $3 million. You know what I'm saying? You don't bought you 2 cars, cost you $500,000. Now you got to sell it all right back. 6 months, you back to where you were, back on mama's couch.
Bring it out.
It's just how the mind of a broke man thinks, man. He don't think right. You got to understand, man. A lot of people that be getting money, man, they don't be thinking right. Especially if they're not reading, man, understanding the text. You can try to go take your stuff to a tax, somebody to do your taxes. If they not right, please, they're not going to do you right.
Right.
Read,
Acts chapter 8, verse 29. Then the Spirit said unto Philip, go near and join thyself to this chariot.
Hold up. This is talking about a flying ship, ain't it? So this was a flying ship? Because every chariot in the Bible, some of these people think it's a chariot, man. Right. So was Philip walking or flying?
Bring it out.
I'm confused. See, the thing is, you got people out here with doctrines and can't prove it, and then you try to tell them to explain it to you, they get mad.
Right.
First thing they're going to do, man, you got to be seeing this, man. It's right there. Come on, man. I don't see what you seeing. Just like the image. They got the image of Christ. And then they telling you, going into Hosea 3 and 4, telling you, that's talking about Christ. That's not talking about a graven image. I mean, what's going on with all people that think a graven image is an image?
Bring it out.
It's stupidity. And you got a lot of them out here, man, because they're choosing not to follow Christ. Either they're following man, follow Christ. No matter what you're doing. I might not be here tomorrow, but follow Christ. You'll get there.
That's right.
That's all you got to do. That's your whole duty. Read up.
And Philip ran thither to him.
Hold up. He ran to the chariot.
And Philip ran thither to him.
Come on, man. Read.
And heard him read the prophet Isaiah. And said, understandest thou what thou readest?
And a lot of people, when you're reading it, do you truly understand? You have to be retaught again.
That's right.
Because a lot of y'all read this Bible before you came into views in Christianity. I know, and I tell people all the time, I read it one time and I was done. Because when it started talking about a dragon with 7 heads and 10 horns, I'm like, man, there's some freaky stuff in here, man.
Yeah.
There's some weird stuff in this book, man. So I know you don't get it. You have to have the stuff broken down to you. And that's why, you know, a lot of times when you're reading, you come to classes, how many people got a spiral in their hand right now? They got their notebook tablet. See, that's what you need. You can't be in here with a telephone, man.
Bring it out.
You can't take notes on a telephone. You should have tablets in your house and see how you have evolved. Look at your notes. Anybody go to school and use a telephone for school? Huh? You taking notes with your cell phone? Oh, you got that textbook out. See, you're going to have that textbooks out, ain't you? See, we always want to do things the slow mentality way. And having that phone is very ignorant, man. Because that phone destroys you. It have no knowledge. When we first had phones, they would you just call out. Didn't even have text.
Bring it out.
So they added these other features to continue to destroy you. Read on that.
And he said, how can I accept some man should guide me?
How should I accept some spiritual man should guide me, should teach me? Read.
And he desired Philip.
And he desired Philip. And he desired Philip to come and teach him. Read.
That he would come up and sit with him.
Come up and sit with him. Ain't y'all in here sitting with us? It's the same thing. This is how you get built up. A lot of things, man, we running, trying to run to them. Tell you something. First, get an understanding in here.
Right.
First, read your Bible. Don't go outside this and go to something else. Man, I'm going to tell you something. That's going to become your God, that other book. We don't match this book up with none. Now, we can take other information and times and show you that it matches up, but we're not trying to. Let me tell you something. A lot of them got that Zonderville Compact Bible Dictionary, man. They think it's a 100 book. It's not.
That's right.
No book have the information like the Bible.
Bring it out.
No book. No book. Give me this letter. Let's go to this letter. Read that.
History is a weapon.
See, history is a weapon. It's a weapon, man. Let me tell you something. I got an Amy, she been going to church all her life. She call herself a Gentile. She just call herself an unbeliever. See, a lot of times you speak, when you call yourself black, you're just calling yourself a sinner.
That's right.
You don't even know how they use words to make you destroy yourself. And with history, we've been taught one thing, we've been indoctrinated with the movies, with television, constant with books, but we never examine anything. You know, and I'm going to tell you something. Where you get a lot of knowledge is reading a lot of old books. A lot of this new age stuff is garbage.
That's right.
Pure garbage. Read,
They say today's slaves are happy because they laugh in our marriage.
See, they happy, man. Don't they get to smoke their blunts and sit in the air-conditioned house and put the children outside and they marry, ain't it? Get to go to the clubs, you know, work these minimum wage jobs, stay in the ghetto. I had a hook this morning about the hood. Everything in the hood is all good, ain't it?
That's right.
Everybody's happy in the hood, ain't it?
Bring it out.
Granny can't come outside because she gonna get robbed. Granddaddy out on the street corner drunk as hell.
Right.
And they marry, man. And that's their future. Read on.
Forgetting the past and the struggles of day-to-day hard times.
So they forget what our foreparents went through, man. And they want to continue to repeat this mission. Read.
Yet we continue to do the same things that keep us from advancing because of the drinking, drugs, wicked holidays, and smoking. Because we're broke. We broke the commandments of our God.
See, they want to stay in the same. Hey, mama ain't wasn't nothing. I ain't going to be nothing.
That's right.
Daddy wasn't nobody, man. Daddy was a drunk. I'm going to be a drunk.
Bring it out.
Break the curse. And a lot of this has come from families not reading. You're not going to find little Uzi Burt with a book in his hand. I'm just telling you. You're going to be with the guns and the blunts. In this video, next time you hear in the news, special report, little Uzi Burt was murdered on the 11th Street. He was shot 50 times.
Bring it out. Bring it out.
Why did he die? He have no knowledge. Go ahead and read.
But we still sing, dance, and make ourselves laugh at the pain.
See, that's how they disguise the pain. That's how you disguise the pain.
Right.
People are not happy.
Right.
You go by, we go knock on every door. They're not there. They're either by themselves. They don't want to deal with family members. Food too hot. Food too hot to have little Junior laying on your couch, ain't it?
Bring it out.
You know, went in there and ate up your glazed honey turkey ham. You know, ate your food up, and he in there with a toothpick in his mouth. Then the golden hen come out. Pow! He be outside out there on the curb with his shoes tied. She don't put him out. I'm just telling y'all, it's hard, man. But that pain, you go right up the street here, man. You see all people's out there on drugs.
Right.
It's sad, man. It's sad. They trying to disguise that pain, man. And then you go out there, they be happy. You know, back in the day, I used to go kick it with them, buy some beer for them, let them drink, and then I'm back off to my neighborhood. I'm not staying over here with y'all. Because I'd hate to kill one of you trying to come in at night.
Right.
I couldn't sleep in the hood.
Bring it out.
I'm just telling you the truth. I'd be sleeping with one eye open, man. Be looking around and stuff, watching the cameras and stuff. The other eye stuff, they have the brain sleep. They have to rotate shifts. I'm just telling you, man. It's that tough. And you got some money, you got a nice car. Oh, it's going to be bad for you.
Right.
Read up.
We continue to forget our past.
See, they forget, and even in this truth, man, they do the same thing. But read.
Happy men and women we must have been. We did it to keep down the hurt and to keep our minds from being completely broken. That is as true as the gospel. Just look at it. Must not we have been very happy? Yet we have continued to forward the curses to the next generation. Because as a nation, we continue not to read.
Hey, that's the same. That's the antidote. All we need is, you know, they got the AIDS virus in the needle, right? See, I have to call it there because they will take the video down. So all we need is somebody got some reading juice. We need to turn it into a liquid form. and just go through the neighborhood and give them shots. Ooh, I got it now. I'm a Hebrew from the tribe of Judah. We need that stuff mixed up in some liquid, don't it? Because they're not going to read no matter how much pain they're in. They're not going to read. They don't want to read. So we're going to put it in a liquid form. Instead of going and give them fly, we just stick them in the arm. We got to do something, man, because it seems like it's moving slow, don't it?
Bring it out.
And we just ask them how long you're going to continue in that pain. But keep reading up.
Excerpt from Virginia Revised Code of 1819. That all meetings or assemblages of slaves or free Negroes or mulattoes mixing and associating with such slaves at any meeting house or houses and in the night or at any school or schools for teaching them reading or writing, either in the day or night, under whatsoever pretext, shall be deemed and considered an unlawful assembly, and any justice of a county, wherein such assemblage shall be, either from his own knowledge or the information of others, of such unlawful assemblage, may issue his warrant directed to any sworn officer or officers, authorizing him or them to enter the house or houses where such unlawful assemblages may be, for the purpose of apprehending or dispersing such slaves, and to inflict corporal punishment on the offender or offenders, at the discretion of any justice of peace, not exceeding 20 lashes.
Let me tell you something too. A lot of y'all don't know we set the police up. It wasn't set up by yourself. See, a lot of y'all got distorted history because you listen to TV. It was us. We had police officers to keep the peace. And when you had an indigent servant that ran, you sent the police out to them. But see, the thing is, this was our own people set these up. They didn't want you to read or write. Now you got the freedom to read or write, and you choose not to. Guess why? Because you got most people got that phone. Let me tell you something. That phone is a drug.
Right.
It's crack in the liquid form. You know, and most people don't use it as a tool because they in there playing what's that, Candy Crush and all that garbage. Man, I'm king of Candy Crush. You know, you be seeing them inviting you on Facebook. Hey man, invite me. I'm trying to get to level 98. Be a grown man, man. I'm just crazy. I'm just telling you the truth. Give me Hosea 4:1. Be a grown man on there talking he trying to get to level 8. Get off my page. And that's the thing. Read that.
Hosea chapter 4 verse 1. Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel, for the Lord hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth.
If we know there is no truth, what's the most important thing we should be doing? We should be reading, man. We should be researching. We should all be on that level, man. All be on that level, man. I'm going to tell you something. It's going to come one day. Spiritual brothers and sisters. Brothers and sisters not hiding themselves. See, I'm going to get on you quiet ones now. A lot of you quiet ones. You're in the house of God. Open up, man. You don't have to be quiet in here, man.
That's right.
We got, you can tell that the ones that's in here not right, they always want growling. But the ones right, man, you're going to see them in here. You're going to been seeing them in here. They're going to be here. This is longevity. This is not short term. When you go short term, man, I'm going to tell you something. When you go from one country to another country, don't you got to learn everything you...
Bring it out.
It's better to stay in the country of Israel right now, man. Everything is already set in front of you. Read up.
Nor mercy.
That's that love right there. No mercy, man. No grace, no love, no nothing for our people, man. And the Lord is showing it to them, and they rejected him. I got an attitude. I ain't coming to Shabbat this week, man, because somebody said something to me I didn't like.
Bring it out.
I'm just telling you the truth. What did they say to you? I don't know. But they said something. I'm just not gonna come, man. You're not hurting that person. You hurting yourself.
That's right.
You separating yourself from the Lord. Read on up.
Nor knowledge of God in the land.
No knowledge of God in the nation, man. None. How people's gonna look at us on another level when we still looking at each other, looking down at each other? We say there's racism out there, but it's racism in Israel.
That's right.
A lot of you don't even acknowledge it.
Right.
There's more racism in Israel than you. Most of the time, you don't even know most of the people. You can be driving down the highway and you get into it. Be your own peoples over there clouded. Ain't gonna bust a grape. Well, I'll tell you something. There's some heroes in these cars, ain't it, man?
Bring it out.
I do this to you. I pull over. No, I'm not gonna do that, but I'm gonna tell you something. I'm just telling you. Give me Michael 61, man. And I'm just telling you, man, it's a lot of stunners. There be a lot of them on Facebook too, boy. They
Right.
YouTube, man, they be on their show leaving messages, man. Going at it. Read that
Micah chapter 6 and verse 1. Hear ye now what the Lord said. Arise, contend thou before the mountains,
Contend before the mountains, man. Whatever nation, read.
and let the hills hear thy voice.
Let them hear our voice, read.
Hear ye, O mountains,
Hear ye, O leaders, read.
the Lord's controversy,
The Lord's controversy, read.
and ye strong foundations of the earth.
See, we got to be that strong foundation, read.
For the Lord hath a controversy with his people.
See, this the problem is dealing with his peoples, man. The problem is his peoples. They stiff neck and they hard head. And they always rejecting, but who they be at home talking about they praying to? Lord, my car getting old. I just need that new car out there now. They're not going to pray to get straight in their reading. They're not going to pray to make them love their sisters and brothers no better, man. They're not going to pray of being a better person. They want the material things.
Right.
They praying the wrong prayer. You got to start with self first. You can't do nothing with nothing else until you get self right.
That's right.
It starts with self. Everything starts with you.
That's right.
And I know it's hard, man. It's hard, man. It's hard. But it's easy. Because sometimes people just trying to get at you, man. Sometimes just blow them off, man. Hey, well, why get into it over something that it's just a moment, a parking space? Somebody cutting you off. Yeah, I get a little hot when they cut me off because, man, it gets on my nerve cutting me off and going slow. So I just put my blink on, get on, and go on by my business. I be telling my wife, don't look at them, don't look at them. That's what they want. They want to know they got at you. Yeah, they looking. Yeah, remember what they over there going off. See, you don't look at them, just keep going. Minding your business. They're over there looking for you to look, man. Man, I want them to look so I can say something to them.
Right.
Just keep driving, man. They over there mad as hell now, man. They look out. They gotta go cut somebody else off next. I'm just telling you how to get past it. Read,
And he will plead with Israel.
He gonna what?
He will plead with Israel.
Read on.
O my people, what have I done unto thee?
What have I done unto thee? Read.
And wherein have I wearied thee? Testify against me. For I brought thee up out of the land of Egypt, and redeemed thee out of the house of servants. And I sent before thee Moses, Aaron, and Miriam. O my people, remember now what Balak, king of Moab, consulted, and what Balaam, the son of Beor, answered him from Shittim unto Gilgal, that ye may know the righteousness of the Lord.
Read on,
Wherewith shall I come before the Lord and bow myself?
See, that's the problem right there, man. They never want to bow themselves before the Lord, man.
That's right. That's right.
He say every knee is going to bend. I don't care if you have to break it.
That's right.
Read out.
Wherewith shall I come before the Lord and bow myself before the high God? Shall I come before him with burnt offerings, with calves of a year old?
See, everything is always the wrong way. Just come and humble yourself.
Right.
Humble yourself, man. Give me Michael's 2-in-1. Humble yourself. Humble yourself. No truth. Let's deal with it. Read this out.
Micah chapter 2 verse 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds.
See, they've been teaching this Esau all along, but it's all our people. As you read down, you're going to find out it's talking about Israel.
That's right.
Read up.
When the morning is light, and they practice it, because it is in the power of their hands.
See, they was in power, man. In control of the lands. Read.
And they covet fields.
Hold up, they what?
They covet fields.
They cover fields, man. Read.
And take them by violence.
They take them by what?
And take them by violence.
See, you don't know they had an army, man. Or they'll go in there and turn everyone against each other. Whatever means that pleases them, they will do that. Read up.
And houses, and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house.
This is birthright, man. Read on. Keep reading.
Even a man and his heritage.
Give me 1 Kings 21:1. Let me show you something right quick. Read that up.
1 Kings chapter 21 verse 1. And it came to pass after these things that Naboth the Jezreelite had a vineyard which was in Jezreel, hard by the palace of Ahab, king of Samaria.
It was adjacent by the palace, but read.
And Ahab spake unto Naboth, saying, Give me thy vineyard, that I may have it for a garden of herbs, because it is near unto my house. And I will give thee for it a better vineyard than it. Or, if it seem good to thee, I will give thee the worth of it in money. And Naboth said to Ahab, The Lord forbid me.
It's against the commandments, but read.
That I should give the inheritance of my fathers unto thee.
Let's keep reading.
And Ahab came into his house heavy.
He was depressed, man. You know how it is, man. He was out the spirit. Read.
And displeased, because of the word which Naboth the Jezreelite had spoken to him.
He spoke in righteousness to him, but read.
For he had said, I will not give thee the inheritance of my fathers. And he laid him down upon his bed.
He had an attitude. Read.
And turned away his face.
He didn't want to look at his wife, Jezebel, because she probably looked like Bozo the Clown, but read.
And would eat no bread.
Read on.
But Jezebel, his wife, came to him and said unto him, Why is thy spirit so sad?
Why is your spirit so sad? Why is your spirit so flex? Read.
That thou eatest no bread.
See that thou eatest no bread? Read.
And he said unto her, Because I spake unto Naboth the Jezreelite, and said unto him, Give me thy vineyard for money, or else, if it please thee, I will give thee another vineyard for it. And he answered, I will not give thee my vineyard. And Jezebel his wife said unto him, Dost thou now govern the kingdom of Israel? Arise and eat bread, and let thine heart be merry. I will give thee the vineyard of Naboth the Jezreel. So she wrote letters in Ahab's name, and sealed them with his seal, and sent the letters unto the elders and to the nobles that were in his city, dwelling with Naboth. And she wrote in the letters, saying, Proclaim a fast, and set Naboth on him high among the people, and set 2 men, sons of Belial, before him, to bear witness against him, saying, Thou didst blaspheme God and the king.
Hold up, how was they taking this man land?
Thou didst blaspheme God and the king.
Read on.
And then carry him out and stone him that he may die.
So, you see how lovely our peoples are, man?
Bring it out.
See how lovely Israel can be?
Bring it out.
Because he spoke righteous to this man, he wanted his land. And let me tell you something. That northern kingdom, man, I'll tell y'all something about that northern kingdom. They was backbiting like man. And they was taking kings down.
Right.
That's why you go to the northern kingdom, man. They wasn't king but what, 2-3 months?
Right.
They was killing them, man. Our people are power hungry. They like that power. But can a wicked person rule righteous? No, never. back to Micros 2 and 3. Never. Never. And if you go back and you think about this land over here, who came over here and stole the land? Our peoples. The Native Americans was trying to show them how to live here. Well, we'll call them the Northern Kingdom was trying to show them how to survive here. But what was they doing? They was here robbing, stealing. Because our people don't like to really work hard. That's something that you'll see a trait in them. They don't like working hard. They like crowns and they love crowns. They like being on the top more than they like understanding how to get to the top.
Right.
Read up.
Micah chapter 2 verse 3. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, behold, against this family.
See, hold up. He said against what?
Against this family.
So how is this Esau up here?
Bring it out.
Read.
Do I devise an evil from which ye shall not remove your neck?
See, they don't so ingrained in evil, man, they never can return. It's already written, man. Let me tell you something. A wicked spirit, it gets wickeder. Because if you counsel someone and you counseling them again in the next month, the next month, the next month, the next month, they're not gonna get better. They are who they are. You can't do nothing for them. And I tell you something. I hear sisters always say, I can help this. No, you can't. Let that sister deal with the elders in the church. Or the brothers, same thing. Let them deal with the leadership, man. Y'all not on that level yet, man, to be dealing with these spirits. You ain't counseling with these spirits, man. You done a lot of times. You're not privy to a lot of the information that we have. We're not putting their business out, but we just here to let you know it's a lot will be going on in the background.
That's right. That's right.
You know how you watch a movie, you don't see all the people, the extras back there running around, putting the light, man, see, you don't see all, you're not getting all that. So if y'all see something, bring it to the elders. We got a suggestion box. I think they're gonna put up, and y'all can drop it off, whatever you need to put in there. But read,
neither shall ye go haughtily. For this time is evil.
See, it say this time is evil. Read.
In that day shall one take up a parable against you, and lament with a doleful lamentation.
See, these are these 2/3, man, a sad lamentation. Read.
And say, we be utterly spoiled.
Read on.
He hath changed the portion of my people.
He don't change the inheritance of my peoples. These wicked ones don't change the inheritance of my peoples. Read.
How hath he removed it from me?
Read on.
Turning away, he hath divided our field.
He divided took the land, man. Our people's greedy, man.
That's right.
They can never have enough. These are the scriptures talking about.
Bring it out.
Read.
Therefore, thou shalt have none that shall cast a cord by lot.
Claim these lands. Read.
In the congregation of the Lord. Prophesy ye not. Say they to them that prophesy.
And it's telling them, it say, prophesy ye not, the 2/3 to them that prophesy. They're telling us, don't speak the word of God. Read.
They shall not prophesy to them, that they shall not take shame.
They understand all this work they done done is starting to be revealed.
That's right.
The hatred towards their own people, man.
Bring it out.
Read.
O thou that art named the house of Jacob, is the spirit of the Lord straightened?
Is it straightened? Is it made narrow? Read.
Are these his doings?
Are these his doing? Read.
Do not my words do good to him that walketh uprightly?
See, the ones that read and study, it do good to you. Read.
Even of late, my people is risen up as an enemy.
Hold on, what are they risen up as?
As an enemy.
See, when they rise up in here, they rise up as an enemy, man.
Right.
They're not doing it to us, they're doing it to their God, but see, they grown. You can't tell them nothing no more, man. They doing it to themselves. Read on.
Ye pull off the robe with the garment from them that pass by securely.
See, talking about us, but read.
As men averse from war.
And return from war, but read on.
The women of my people have ye cast out from their pleasant houses. From their children have ye taken away my glory forever. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. Because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with a sword destruction.
Our peoples don't get it. It's talking about them in that verse. Read it again for them.
Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest.
This place is not their rest. Read.
Because it is polluted.
This place is polluted, and some of the peoples are polluted.
That's right.
Read.
It shall destroy you.
It's going to destroy you. Some of you got these BFFs, man. Some of you need to probably start examining one of those Fs.
That's right.
One of them might be a fool.
Bring it out.
Start examining, man. Prove who you dealing with, because if people's really love you, they ain't going to come to you with negative news. They're going to come to you trying to build you up.
That's right. Right.
Read.
Even with a sword destruction.
Sword destruction, man. Sword destruction. Give me Jeremiah 6:22. Sword. This is because our people's paid to read, man. They just don't comprehend the importance. If we're all going to be in the same spirit, we got to all be doing the same reading. Well, we'll let y'all do the reading. We just going to come to the feast and enjoy ourselves. Read that.
Jeremiah chapter 6 verse 22. Thus saith the Lord, behold, a people cometh from the north country.
It's talking about our people's read.
And a great nation shall be raised from the sides of the earth.
Read on.
They shall lay hold on bow and spear.
Hold up. That's one that they're not showing no mercy, no love to their own people's read.
They are cruel.
Hold up. What our people's are?
They are cruel.
Read on.
And have no mercy.
Read on.
Their voice roar like the sea. And they ride upon horses, set in array as men for war against thee, O daughter of Zion.
Read on.
We have heard the fame thereof. Our hands wax feeble.
Read.
Anguish hath taken hold of us, and pain as of a woman in travail. Go not forth into the field, nor walk by thy way. For the sword of the enemy and fear is on every side. O daughter of my people, gird thee with sackcloth, and wallow thyself in ashes. Make thee mourn as for an only son. Most bitter lamentation. For the spoiler shall suddenly come upon us.
He's talking about our people, man. Read.
I have set thee for a tower and a fortress among my people, that thou mayest know and try their way. They are all grievous revolters, walking with slanders. They are brass and iron. They are all corrupters. The bellows are burned. The lead is consumed of the fire. The founder melteth in vain, for the wicked are not plucked away. Reprobate silver shall men call it, because the Lord hath rejected them.
See, that's what y'all don't understand. When they not trying to be that fine gold, they that silver.
Right.
Or that bronze, and the Lord have rejected them, not us. The thing is, read your Bible, man. Back to Hosea 4:2. It's a beautiful thing. Just read it and love it. Hold on to it. Don't abuse it. You know, this is for our people. Read,
Hosea chapter 4 verse 2.
Bring it out.
By swearing and lying and killing.
Hold up, what?
By swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery. They break out and blood toucheth blood.
So our people, let me tell you something. How is this our book and we all always teaching about Esau?
Bring it out. Bring it out.
How is this our book? Ain't it talking about us as a nation?
Bring it out. That's right.
But see, I don't know what these brothers was on back then.
Bring it out.
So when they brung these doctrines and they never examined them, I don't understand, you know, as evolving. You say you've been in the truth 30 years and you're still teaching Christianity, or you're still teaching lies that your so-called elder and say they was greedy dogs, man. Let me tell you something. That one list, that ISUPK, whatever it was, they was broken up because of money. Making the people get out there and hustle for the elders can live. And some of them still doing the same thing today, man. It's the same old system. It never get old. Read,
Therefore shall the land mourn,
the nation read.
and everyone that dwelleth therein shall languish.
They gonna die, read.
With the beasts of the field,
See, all peoples with they beasts now, read.
and with the fowls of heaven.
These are the rulers, read.
Yea, the fishes of the sea
These are the people, read.
also shall be taken
They're
away.
gonna be taken away too, man. See, some people reading this, and they see some little fishes die here or there. They thinking that's what the scriptures are talking about. It's talking about you, Israel. It's talking about you. This is why it's so important for us to come in and get ourselves right. Give me Baruch, man, 4 and 7. It's time, man. It's time out for the knucklehead things that goes on, man. Let that stuff go. Let that hatred go. Let that stuff go that you deal with, man. If you can't let it go, then guess what? It's gonna take you with it. It's gonna drown you with it. You know how it is. You was on the Titanic, right? You had all your safe in there. You had all your big jewelry in there. Your jewelry heavy, ain't it? But there's a dough floating, but the weight is too heavy for it to go. Guess what you're gonna do? You're gonna try to hold on that gold, and you're gonna get taken right down with it. It's useless. The most important thing in this world is you, your life.
That's right.
Don't let nothing take it. Don't let nothing take it from you. Read
Baruch chapter 4 verse 7. For ye provoked him that made you by sacrificing unto devils.
Let me tell you something. These are to deceivers, our peoples. Read.
And not to God.
And not to God. Read.
Ye have forgotten the everlasting God that brought you up, and ye have grieved Jerusalem.
The peoples. Read.
That nursed you. For when she saw the wrath of God coming upon you, she said, Hearken.
Listen, read.
O ye that dwell upon Zion, God hath brought upon me great mourning.
Great mourning, read.
For I saw the captivity of my sons and daughters, which the everlasting brought upon them.
See, because a lot of us will gravitate to wickedness quicker than we'll gravitate to righteousness.
That's right.
We choose not to, man. It's everything is. Matter of fact, go up to verse 1.
Verse 1. This is the book of the commandments of God, and the law that endureth forever. All they that keep it shall come to life.
See, a lot of them don't like to read it, so they still in here dead. See, because they're not trying to comprehend what's in here. But read.
But such as leave it shall die.
See, a lot of them don't like this. What's going on? What is that? Read.
Turn thee, O Jacob, and take hold of it.
And take hold of it. Read.
Walk in the presence of the light thereof.
And the truth, read.
That thou mayest be illuminated.
See, the problem is they still love walking in darkness.
Right.
Our people choose not right. Give me Revelations 19:19. They choose not to be right. It's easy to be right, man. But it's hard if you've been trained to be just foul. Let's deal with this, man, because we've been taught that this is all about Esau, man. I've been whiting my Bible out, man, getting it back right, man. Read this,
Revelation chapter 19, verse 19. And I saw the beast and the kings of the earth.
See, you thinking they taught this is our people, man. Read.
And their armies.
Read on.
Gathered together to make war against him that sat on the horse, and against his army.
And against his army, man. Read.
And the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet.
See, you got these popes that was, you got to understand, we are the original everything. Esau just a knockoff. Y'all didn't get it? He's just a knockoff. You get some of them cheap clothes and they just knockoffs. You got that Dooney and Burke for $35. It's a knockoff.
That wrought miracles before him.
Read.
With which he deceived them.
In which he deceived them. Read.
That had received the mark of the beast, and them that worshipped his image.
Hold up. Y'all thinking that these brothers that ain't putting images up again? Y'all thinking that it's the same thing is not happening today? That's why we don't put those images up, man. You don't supposed to do that. If you read the scriptures, read.
These both were cast alive into a lake of fire, burning with brimstone.
They say they was cast alive into that lake, that body of destruction, man. Give me Zephaniah 1 and 3. And the thing is, take this book and stop reading it as When you go and you read about Obadiah and Jeremiah, you're not finding Esau too many times as you in one time in Ezekiel. Right? You're not finding his name. Why is his name not plastered all over the Bible? But you know what? We rather just believe what we want to believe. Read that.
Zephaniah chapter 1 verse 3. I will consume man and beast.
He said, I'm going to consume man and beast. Read.
I will consume the fowls of the heaven.
Defile the rulers of this earth. Read.
And the fishes of the sea.
And the peoples of the nation. Read.
And the stumbling blocks with the wicked.
And the stumbling block of the wicked. Read.
And I will cut off man from off the land, saith the Lord.
See, it's the power that's going to be behind us, backing us in everything. Hosea 4:4. Man, y'all should be loving y'all God, man. He's protecting us right now. You thinking they don't know where we at?
Right.
You thinking they don't want to do something? Because, you know, they have a short time. They time to think about it. They say the devil had how many years? 6,000? Huh? How's Esau going to be in power for 6,000 years? Somebody tell me some kingdoms he had. See, we don't be thinking, man. We so indoctrinated into lies, we eat them like they gummy bears. Read,
Hosea chapter 4 verse 4. Yet let no man strive, nor reprove another, for thy people are as they that strive with the priests. Therefore,
hold up right there. Let no man strive, man, study or make an effort, nor reprove another, for thy people are as they that strive, dispute with the priest. They don't like to study. They don't like to do anything, but they're elder in the church. We got elders outside the church. Elders right now at home, probably at the football game, soccer game. They do what they want to do. They don't want to get in this book, stay in this book, love this book. Keep reading.
Therefore shalt thou fall in the day, and the prophet also shall fall with thee in the night.
And see, the prophets that does not have the understanding, he gonna fall with you too in darkness. Read.
And I will destroy thy mother.
He said, I'm gonna destroy your nation. Read.
My people.
What did it say?
My people
real
are destroyed.
Why? Because they don't like to read. They don't like to study. They don't like to put no effort into nothing but whatever please their flesh. Start pleasing your spirit now. Read.
Or lack of knowledge.
See, you can't get knowledge watching TV, watching videos. You got to read.
Right.
Read.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge.
See, when you reject the word, reading the word, the truth, read.
I will also reject thee.
He said, I'm going to reject you. Read.
That thou shalt be no priest to me.
How you going to be a priest to the power when you don't even read your Bible?
That's right.
Might as well be TV snakes.
Bring it out.
You got a lot of these so-called brothers out on these streets. All they do is go in here. They got a precept thing where they just got precept written down. Y'all got that precept, that precept, that precept. Yeah, I'm going to cut them with that one right there on the street.
Bring it out.
I'm telling you what they doing now.
Right.
And out there with their cell phone, man. You out there just with your head tied up, baseball hats back. I'm talking about, man, high-level wickedness.
Right.
Read.
Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God.
How do you forget it? You stop reading. You got to continue, man. You're going to always learn something. I tell people this. You're always going to learn something if you're reading.
Right.
If you're not reading, you can't go nowhere or do nothing.
Bring it out. Right.
If you finna take a trip, don't you try to look it up before you go?
Bring it out.
Some of you go buy stuff and don't even go look at the reviews. You just go get it because you see it. It look good. Oh, it's good, man. I thought it was good. You get it home, it's just garbage. You really are showing how our people's out there. You should be better. You shouldn't make decisions over how something look. Deal with yourself. Build yourself. Read.
I will also forget thy children.
So he said, I'm going to forget thy children, man, because guess what? The parents that's over these children, let me tell you something. Y'all got children, make them read. Because let me tell you something, that was one fundamental skill that my parents didn't do. They wasn't taught to read. We just thought we go to school, do our homework, we good.
Right.
We wasn't told, hey, get in here and read this. I mean, my dad whooped me. I didn't want to do nothing. I just thought it was PE. That was my whole day in school. Man, I'm telling you, I was an A student. A student, man. But we never was, no one never, because it was beaten out of them. So you have to understand, now we trying to get it back. Some of our people's avoid it. You know why? Because they lazy in the brain. They lazy in the brains, man. Give me Isaiah 5 and 13. They lazy in the brains, man. Let me tell you something. The hardest thing to do is read. The easiest thing to do is read. And let me show you what happens when we don't read this.
Isaiah chapter 5 verse 13. Therefore, my people are gone into captivity.
Read on.
Because they have no knowledge.
You're going to stay where you at.
That's right.
You're not going nowhere, man. You're not getting out the ghetto. You're going to stay right in the ghetto. Sound pretty good. Now, I'm about to put that on the track or something. Y'all say I can't rap, but I can sing. The ghetto. But where you going? You're going to be right back here spiritually kept in bondage. Read.
And their honorable men are famished.
No understanding. Read.
And their multitude dried up with thirst. Therefore, hell hath enlarged herself.
Captivity. Read.
And opened her mouth without measure. And their glory, and their multitude, and their pomp, and he that rejoiceth shall descend into it.
All that pride, man, is just set up for destruction. You know how it is. Mama at home, daddy at home, they got a nice car, little house. You trying to tell them about the truth, they don't want to hear it, do they? God has been good to me.
Bring it out.
I've been blessed. Psychological destroyed, man. And what they do, they help finance the system to continue to oppress us. Proverbs 9 and 4. I'm just telling y'all, man. They so gone, man, that they can't even see, man. You got a 2020 BMW, man. It's old as soon as you drive it off the lot.
Right.
The value of it just dropped by 50%. Even the car lot don't want it back.
Right.
Read,
Proverbs chapter 9 verse 4. Whoso is simple,
lame in the brains, read.
let him turn in hither.
Doesn't turn in hither, read.
As for him that wanted understanding,
Him that wanted understanding, read.
she said to him,
Read.
come, eat of my bread.
What is he telling them to do?
Eat of my
He
bread.
say, come eat of my bread, man. Ain't y'all tired of eating that garbage out there, that GMOs?
Bring it out.
Ain't y'all tired of it? No, they not tired of it. They like watching the television. They like watching the people that's all, this is a system working against you.
That's right.
It's not for you, it's against you. It's going to destroy you. It's going to take you with it. Read.
And drink of the wine,
And drink of the wine, man. Read.
which I have mingled.
Which I have mixed. Read.
Forsake the foolish,
He say, forsake the foolishness. Read.
and live.
And what?
And live.
And live. Read.
And go in the way of
He
understanding.
say, come in the way of understanding. Read.
He that reproveth a scorner,
He that correct a despiser. Read.
getteth to himself shame.
Get it to himself disgrace. Read.
And he that rebuketh a wicked man, getteth himself a blot.
Disagreement, man. I'm tell you something. You try to deal with the wicked man, they will be now they out there talking about you.
That's right. That's right.
Now they out there speaking ill will against you. And that's what them guys was doing. Because they didn't like the correction. They didn't like to be built up. Some of them gas tank is always on empty.
That's right.
Read,
Reprove not a scorner,
reprove not a scorner. Read.
lest he hate.
They'll hate you, man.
That's right.
You're doing all you can, and they'll hate you.
That's right.
Why? All we trying to do is correct you. Read.
Rebuke a wise man,
Now, if you rebuke a wise man, a woman, read.
and he will love you.
See, they're going to love you.
That's right.
But you dealing with the wicked. They always got hate. They with the one that banana right now, man.
That's right.
They out there right now with that banana. See, look at them, man. I don't like
Right.
that, man. They're talking about me,
Bring it
man.
out.
Hey, my perm ain't like it used to be, though. I used to have a perm, man. You know, back, you know what I'm saying? Y'all youngsters don't know nothing, man. Read on up.
Giving instruction to a wise man.
Give instruction to a wise man. Read.
And he will be yet wiser.
He gonna become wiser. Read.
Teach a just man.
Read on.
And he will increase in learning.
He gonna increase. He gonna increase. He gonna grow spiritually. Read.
The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom.
That's where it all starts at, man.
That's right.
Read.
And the knowledge of the holy is understanding.
That's all it is understanding, man. This is not hard. It's not a hard thing to do.
Right.
It's not hard to do, Israel. Proverbs 1:22. It's not hard, man. It's not hard. It's hard to a fool.
That's right.
That's what the scriptures say. Oh, you added that in there, didn't you? I didn't add that, man. Read that out.
Proverbs chapter 1 verse 22. How long ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge.
That's what I was saying. It's just telling you the truth. So when you're dealing with your own people, man, see, I'm letting the scriptures talk today. I ain't, cause I ain't adding nothing. I'm just gonna let them talk, man. Let them speak to them. It say fools. Where is? Fools. Who did something to them? Fools. They hate knowledge. They hate the growth spiritually. They hate these things. Give me Isaiah 5:1. They hate these things. And let me tell you something. They need these things. They need to be built spiritually. Read this up.
Isaiah chapter 5 verse 1. Now will I sing to my beloved a song of my beloved, touching his vineyard. My well-beloved hath a vineyard in a very fruitful hill.
Read on.
And he fenced it, and gathered out the stones thereof, and planted it with the choicest vine, and built a tower in the midst of it, and also made a winepress therein. And he looked that it should bring forth grapes, and it brought forth wild grapes.
Hold up, it brought what?
It brought forth wild grapes.
We come in here with rebellious grapes up in here, man.
That's right.
Corrupt. Read.
And now, O inhabitants of Jerusalem, and men of Judah, judge,
read.
I pray you, betwixt me and my vineyard.
Read on.
What could have been done more to my vineyard?
What could have been done? Read.
That I have not done in it. Wherefore, when I looked that it should bring forth grapes,
Read on.
brought it forth wild grapes.
Hey, man, I'm going to tell you something. They're going to be coming, man. That's why I'm telling y'all, get spiritually strong, man. I'm telling y'all, it's time. We got to be strong up in here, man.
That's right.
Because they're going to be coming in here. They're going to be looking to destroy.
Right.
But we got to be here to help them.
That's right.
Read.
And now go to. I will tell you what I will do to my vineyard. I will take away the hedge thereof.
He say, what?
I will take away the hedge thereof.
Say, I'm going to take away the hedge thereof, man. Read.
And it shall be eaten up, and break down the wall thereof, and it shall be trodden down.
Let me tell you something, man. It's going to take away the wicked ones, man. And it's not, and the thing is, and if we don't do what we need to do in here, read that again for me, man. I'll tell you something about the science, man. I don't know what they're putting in this air. It's draining in me, man. You having the same thing up? Man, I've been dealing with this for the last 6 months. Read it again.
And now go to. I will tell you what I will do to my vineyard.
He said, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do for my vineyard. Read.
I will take away the hedge thereof.
He's going to take away the leaders thereof. Read.
And it shall be eaten up.
It's going to be destroyed. Read.
And break down the wall thereof.
Read on.
And it shall be trodden down.
If it's not of the Most High, he said he's going to destroy it. That's how you know that this is of the Most High. Because look at the people that, I'm going to tell you something. All the people that came and gone, cannot one verify that we did anything.
Bring that out. Bring it out.
See, the thing is, people like to lie.
That's right.
And they'll lie to a liar that believes a lie.
Bring it out.
Lamentation 5:22. And it's simple. You know, when you think about it, if this ain't of the Most High, he gonna tear it down.
That's right.
Read that up.
Lamentation chapter 5 verse 22. But thou hast utterly rejected us. Thou art very wroth against us.
And when we don't want to do what's right in the Most High and the Son eyes, you reject it because what? They don't want knowledge. I bet some of the people that be on their phone never call that sister or brother and say, hey, could you coming over, we can read our Bible. You'll never get that conversation. It doesn't happen in Israel. They looking for that crumb in the carpet. Jeremiah 14 and 19. They don't want, let me tell you something. These spirits, I just feel like they don't want us coming together. But you can't stop what you can't control.
That's right.
Because you're not paying our bills.
That's right. That's right.
Read that out.
Jeremiah chapter 14 verse 19. Hast thou utterly rejected Judah?
Hast thou utterly rejected Judah? Read.
Hath thy soul loathed Zion?
Hast thy soul hated Zion? Read.
Why hast thou smitten us?
Why are we going through all this? Oh look, did we do this to ourselves? Did we put ourselves in this situation? You know that's the old blame game. We always blaming someone else for what's going on in our life.
That's right. Right.
We're never looking in that mirror, man, and examining ourselves. And it's just like this. We try to get brothers and sisters to come in, dealing with a wife, husband, sister dealing. We try to get y'all to come in and get counsel. Zero. They like, why are you saying zero? Because everyone that didn't get counsel, that zero marriage lasted.
Right. Bring it out.
Zero. Because a lot of people just do it because they hot it. They too hot in the pants.
That's right.
You know that song, Ants in the Pants, ants in, they heating the pants, man. And all they had to do was listen. And the thing is, what we telling y'all gonna find out for yourself. Read on up.
And there is no healing for us.
See, once they going through all these problems, they're gonna be like trying to pray to God, give me husband too, or give me wife too.
Bring it out.
It's not gonna be no healing. He's gonna send you another wicked person till you straighten out. Read.
We looked for peace.
See, we look for peace. Read.
And there is no good.
There is no good. Read.
And for the time of healing.
Read on.
And behold, trouble.
Let me tell you something. As long as you're not walking in the righteous spirit, you're going to always go through these things. They might not hit you today, but they'll hit you tomorrow.
That's right.
I'm going to tell you something. They might not hit you this year. They're going to hit you next year. So you keep playing these games that you're thinking it's okay to do what you want to do. It's not. It's not. It's not. Jump up to Jeremiah 14:14.
Verse 14. Then the Lord said unto me, the prophets prophesy lies in my name.
You got a lot of them that say your sons and daughters are going to prophesy, but they'll lie to you too, man. To deceive you. Tell people to tell the truth for a whole week and see how long it lasts. Tell them to do it for hours. They couldn't make it. You ever seen that movie, Liar, Liar?
Bring it out. Bring it out.
Their whole life was based on lies. Read.
I sent them not.
Read on.
Neither have I commanded them. Neither spake unto them. They prophesy unto you a false vision. So they telling you lies about what they gonna build and how they gonna start up a school or whatever they gonna do. How the Lord using them. The Lord is not with us in here. They give you all these things, and he says there's a false vision. Read. Right. And divination.
And a lot of these guys in this troop just for money.
That's right. That's right.
I just heard one of the guys from one of the camps. This whole congregation gave him $1,000 to retire. And they got the biggest school. And it's the same guy that gave all the shirts and free stuff to the rapper. But to the peoples in his congregation, they gets nothing.
Bring it out.
See, the thing is, the truth is the truth. And let me tell you something. The last one that come in that door should get just the same love as the first one.
That's right.
It's no difference. The last one that don't came to the school, that didn't know about us, they should get the same love. Everybody should be doing the same thing. But see, we haven't been taught that. We've been taught to hate. Read up.
And a thing of not.
And a thing of not. Read.
And the deceit of their heart.
And the deceit of their mind, man. I'm tell you something. Some of these people, their mind is gone. Some of them tic-tac just don't work. It just a little ticket don't turn white now. It had a little color to it. It worked a little bit. But the acid up there, I'm just telling you, read.
Therefore, thus saith the Lord, concerning the prophets that prophesy by name, and I sent them not.
And you got a lot of females, you see them all on television. I see Israelite women's prophesying now. You got madness going, and that's why the men's haven't stepped up to be men. And everybody that got fringes on ain't a man.
That's right.
And every sister got fringes on ain't a woman.
That's right.
See, everybody thinking it's just an image game. You know, you see the restroom where the woman and the man, you know which one to go to. But this is not that game, man. You got to be spiritually built. Read.
Yet they say, sword and famine shall not be in this land.
They say it's not going to happen. Read.
By sword and famine.
By sword and famine. Read.
Shall those prophets be consumed.
These wicked peoples of our peoples are going to be consumed, man. Because they lead people astray. And you'll find out, man, it be the same people with the same drama. They're not talking to one person, they're talking to the next. They're looking for another spirit to find.
That's right.
They're not in here to get straight, man. They ain't here to cause chaos. They never came in here, man, to get right. Ezekiel 34:1, man. This is why we try to tell you, man. If you'll see, we making changes. We trying to get it right. We trying to evolve. Read that out.
Ezekiel chapter 34, verse 1. And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, prophesy against the shepherds of Israel.
Didn't it say the shepherds, man? It's you peoples out there, man, that's not right. Read.
Prophesy and say unto them,
Read on.
Thus saith the Lord God unto the shepherds.
Read on.
Woe be to the shepherds of Israel.
It's a destruction coming their way, man. Because you got a lot of people being here telling me, I'm leaving, man, because, you know, nobody loves me, man. Let me tell you something. You don't love yourself.
That's right. Bring it out. Bring it out.
I'm telling you, man, it starts with self. Because when I came in the truth, I wasn't worried about no one else, man. I just stayed focused on what the ultimate goal is, and it's the kingdom.
Right.
If I get caught to the right, to the left, I'm not going to make it.
That's right.
Read.
Woe be to the shepherds of Israel that do feed themselves. Should not the shepherds feed the flocks? Ye eat the fat, and ye clothe you with the wool. Ye kill them that are fed, but ye feed not the flocks.
See, a lot of them don't care about you, man. One thing you'll learn is you're going to learn that really when someone cares about you, they're going to be there for you. It's nothing going to stop them, man. I've seen brothers and sisters in your situation. It's brothers and sisters answering that call.
Right.
Let me tell you who not going to answer that call. That sorry like that sitting over there barking all the time, man, and nothing coming out their mouth.
That's right.
They're not going to answer that call for you, man.
That's right.
But you thinking that because they in your ear, you can trust them. Let me tell you something. I have never known a person I can trust that talks about others. Because what? They're going to talk about you.
That's right.
I'm just telling you the game. So, recognize. Read.
The disease, have ye not strength?
See, and a lot of them, man, they don't understand. They got disorder, man. They got problems, man. They ain't going to strengthen nothing. They're going to continue to put more on you. And that's why when they say something to you, man, you should be saying, hold up, I don't think that's right. That's not what the Bible says. And the thing is, when you correct them, they don't want to be your friend no more. They don't want to have nothing to do with you because you disrespected them. Really?
Neither have ye healed that which was sick.
They can't heal what's sick, man. It's nothing that they can do but make you sicker. And that's what you see when people walk out that door. They go and they become sicker.
Right.
Because they're not around strong brothers and sisters no more, man. They're not around people that care about their well-being. They're not around people that'll be there for them, man.
Right.
Because a lot of them that left with their friend, they're not even going to be friends in 2 months.
That's right. Bring it out.
I'm just telling you. Read.
Neither have ye bound up that which was broken. Neither have ye brought again that which was driven away. Neither have ye sought that which was lost. But with force and with cruelty have ye ruled it.
See, a lot of people, they don't understand. This is how they still conduct themselves, because they still conducting themselves like that out there in that world. One thing I try to show brothers when they're around me, I talk to everybody, because I might need that person next week. See, one thing that is saying, be peaceable with all men.
That's right.
Well, the scripture says I'm a hater. Okay, well, you're going to go get a job at next week.
Bring it out.
Yeah,
Man, they cut that one off, didn't it?
Bring it out.
See, because a lot of them, they don't even know how to form themselves and build themselves to create their own business. But these be the ones that do most of the talking. And even if they got a raggedy business, man, it ain't worth nothing.
That's right.
And then that's the problem. But see, they got a business for sale. We trying to build something for the nation.
That's right.
We want the nations to eat, man. I want to be able to spend more time with my brothers and sisters. Give me 3 holy sisters, 1 and 6. I want to spend more time with my brothers and sisters, man. And that's the love that you want. You want to be able to spend more time. How do we do that? We create enterprise in here, man. We create things, hey, we can help each other.
That's right.
Read this out.
The song of the 3 holy children. Verse 6. For we have sinned and committed iniquity, departing from it.
See, when you don't understand, when you're not reading all the time, you're not studying your Bible, and a lot of them that, I heard one sister, I know some sister, somebody told, well, you ain't got to go to Wednesday's class. Let me tell you something, that's a wicked ass sister or whoever told you that.
That's right.
Because they don't want to go, they don't want you to go.
That's right.
Let me tell you something. You need that break in the week, man. Especially at that job, man. You gotta go to that job, man. It's like death up in there.
That's right. That's right.
So you need a little reprieve. Come in here, man, into a holy house, man, and be holy with your brothers and sisters. And like I say, eventually some of y'all can start coming during the week, man. We have classes here. Sometimes you need to get away from that world, man.
That's right.
You gotta get away from that world, man. That world gonna destroy you.
That's right.
That's one thing that I see a lot of these schools doing. They study, it's all about what's happening in the world. They're not trying to help build the sheep.
Bring it out.
They want to talk about what's going on down there at the border with Haiti. I mean, I just look at it as what the Lord is doing is punishing people.
That's right. Bring it out.
See, that's all I see it, man. I'm not seeing, if these, I talk to people's cross seeds, and they tell me all people wicked as hell over there.
That's right.
But see, they want to go make videos because what? They looking for? They looking to be seen of men.
That's right.
We want y'all to get right. Read,
In all things have we trespassed, and not obeyed thy commandments.
Not obeyed thy commandments. Read.
Nor kept them, neither done as thou hast commanded us, that it might go well with us. Wherefore, all that thou hast brought upon us.
See, all these judgments that has been brought upon us, we don't even consider. We don't even consider, man. We one paycheck from being out on the streets.
That's right.
We don't even consider we one paycheck from losing our car, man. We don't consider these things. Our livelihood. We don't consider these things. Especially when you got hatred in your heart. Read.
And everything that thou hast done to us.
Everything that thou hast done to us, read.
Thou hast done in true judgment.
So people that out there getting Kurt Angle, they thinking it's not right, man. It's true judgment on you. Be right in the spirit, man. Can 2 walk together except they be in agreement? That's the only way. Read.
And thou didst deliver us into the hands of lawless enemies.
It say enemies, man. It didn't say enemy. Read.
Most hateful forsakers of God.
Read on.
And to an unjust king.
To an unjust king. That means an ungodly Israelite. Read.
And the most wicked.
The most wicked, read.
In all the world.
Y'all don't think it's all talking about y'all people, man. That's one thing that Israel needs to get back in to learning. That's our people, man.
Bring it out,
We
right?
set up all these different churches, man, that people go to. We set up all these different organizations, man. We set it up to destroy the elect. That's what it was set up for. That's why it was set up. It was set up to destroy us. Give me Ecclesiastes 12 and 12. And the thing is, we still don't want to hearken, man. We still don't want to come back to the Lord. No matter how much He's punishing us, no matter how much we're going through, we still don't want to come back. Read that out.
Ecclesiastes chapter 12 verse 12. And further, by these, my son, be admonished, of making many books there is no end, and much study is a weariness of the flesh. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter.
Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Read.
Fear God.
That's the problem right there, man. That's the problem right there. We don't like to fear God, man. We fear men. We fear friends. We fear wives.
Bring it out.
We fear husbands. Read.
And keep his commandments.
Read on.
For this is the whole duty of man.
This is the whole duty of man. Give me Psalms 104 and 30. This is the whole duty of man. But you know what? We choose not to follow this book. We'll do everything else but follow righteousness.
Bring it out.
Follow righteousness. Read that. We'll end it on here.
Psalm 104 verse 30. Thou sendest forth thy spirit, they are created, and thou renewest the face of the earth. The glory of the Lord shall endure forever. The Lord shall rejoice in his works. He looketh on the earth, and it trembleth. He toucheth the hills, and they smoke. I will sing unto the Lord as long as I live. I will sing praise to my God while I have my being. My meditation of him shall be sweet. I will be glad in the Lord. Let the sinners be consumed out of the earth, and let the wicked be no more. Bless thou the Lord, O my soul. Praise ye the Lord.
That's all we got to do as a people, to get back on top. That's it. All we got to do. How hard is that? It's hard as hell for wicked people, though, man. It's hard, man, for people to really start understanding this movement. This movement it's just really started, man. Because a lot of the stuff we've been getting taught, man, we was getting fed with lies.
Right.
Now the Most High is feeding us with truth, and we still reject the Most High and the Son. Shalom.